subtle movement, subtle movement, subtle movement, subtle movement. And you just see, oh, okay, I'm already actually able to move my foot. Okay, what's happening now? Oh, well, I moved it that way. Oh, I can move it all the way that way. Oh, that's nice. Why would I be able to move it all the way that way? Because it's already able to do that. Before I was like, oh no, when is it going to open to go that way? But it's already able to go that way. So there's no reason to much worry about that. If it's not going that way right now, I don't know why. But there's no reason to make it go anywhere either, so that's a big deal too. As I was saying before. Wherever it is exactly where needs to be. Just like you, just like everything. When I don't have too much preference, I can learn all kinds of new ways in which to move. This morning I already did this same thing to my left one to where I was able to move it from a place of rigidity into a place of fluidity through focus and subtlety, moving subtly as it's already open. Like right now it's moving kind of funny because I have attention on a certain area. But that's okay. I want that attention there because I want to be able to feel the path that moves most easily through there. And so that's what I'm actually doing with my movement right now is feeling the easy path, if there is one. And you see how I jumped around a whole bunch? I saw that that was finally a lack of confidence in jumping around a whole bunch. So the moment that I feel the path that I can go in, then I can just feel that path immediately and just go into it, you see? Sometimes I'm like, oh, is something gonna push me in there? No, just myself, and I don't have to force. That's the thing, and I can just relax, nice, and just go immediately into that spot, just immediately in, just just that exact second, like not to watch, like, oh, is it going to go? No, it's yeah, of course, it's going in right now. And then you find yourself in good balance with your toes. Sorry, we missed some of that there. I don't know that this is extremely helpful for anybody, but Ray seemed to like it. And I do like it because I do like that we are um, helping out the toe channel flows, bringing in all the different things that we're learning. I like to share all the things that I learn with everybody. That way they learn it with me. Maybe they'll learn it faster than me. I don't know. It might be difficult. It might not. It might be easy. Hopefully it'll be easy. I hope for you guys it'll be easy. Ah, this is nice. This is nice. Yeah, I love these feet. You gotta love your feet, Why wouldn't you? Oh, oh, there we go. Oh, it's kind of cool. I'm watching it now on the video. I'm wondering if it like makes it easier to not like watch down there to just feel and watch it on here. I mean, when I'm doing my flow, I can't just be watching it like this usually. But I wanted to be able to move it from a place of subtlety. I didn't like that I wasn't able to move it without standing. I was like, what? Why do I have to stand all the time? Can't people sit and lay and all the things? Why am I stuck in standing form? So it made me look more deeply. I mean, yeah, they move great, but I don't want to always do big giant leg swoops just to move my toes. Doesn't make sense to me. Just be able to move your toes just regularly like you move your hands. And it's true, yes, you can. And so I was just moving in a way of not confidence. A friend of mine brought that to me the other day, the way he was expressing himself. And so finally I'll be able to move it, in the way of confidence. So if you were just opening your toes, you might could just literally just move them immediately open, and not go through all the training and everything that I now have to untrain from. But that's also what happens here in life, you see. We can see this in the Buddhist practices. But that's why I like the body flow practice, because it actually mirrors every other practice in life. And that's where we go back to the, to know thyself is to know God. If you knew how you were, in accordance with all that you are, which is what you call God, um, then you would understand very easily all of the Dharma, every teaching entirely, just through the motion of your body alone, just your very natural senses, your most natural way of being. Very difficult sometimes to come into harmony with the self, to be able to perceive the self as the self from the point of the self. You're looking at all these other things, but here at this point in self, who you are, where you are, that's the point to be looking. And you find it. There you go, you have the view. Get that view, though. It's easy, though. Here right now, all the time. These are ways to show it, to come into line with it. But it takes great subtlety, again. If you're using force, if you have some wish to compete or get better than something, it's not going to work. It's going to take a great subtlety to find your naturalness in this way. But hey, if you find that that's not true, then you go ahead and let me know if you like. But to me, it seems reverberatory obvious that that's not possible. And really, if somebody used it in a way that they thought of it force, I would probably just imagine that they moved in a way that to them was of great force, faster than what they perceived myself to be going, but that it was still only through effortless motion they were able to reach then. So there was no force. It was the wisdom of non-action, spontaneity. Ah, oh man, wow, I moved all crazy just there. Having tension point on my foot. I like to not do that usually if I have a tension. I try not to move just because of whatever's going on. And so, in that way, is why I stopped keeping tensions. I stopped. I was like, ooh, no more tension points. None of that style opening anymore. Because those openings are strange openings. There's not a reason for them because your foot is already open, you see. So, because your foot's already open, you're going to just let it be already open. So, in every way, shape, and form, you're like, okay, I focus on this toe. Well, is that what a person that is all the way open would do? Or if you're all the way open, I guess you wouldn't do any of that. You would just move whichever toe you wish to move, or all the toes that you wish to move. It would just, everything would be going all nice and easy all on its own. And so you can do that. You can make it all nice and easy all on its own. Allow everything to be nice and open. The whole foot, all the way, the whole day, the whole thing. And then it shows you, oh yeah, actually I am open. I am actually open. I didn't know I was open, but now I can tell that yeah, I am open. Where was I moving from? Only from there, only from there, only from the foot, only from the toes. If I move from the whole thing, yeah, I'm not used to moving that like that. I don't know that my toes reach all the way to my heel and my ankle and all the way beyond that. And so I wasn't trying to do that. I was trying to just move them from that other place. And now I can feel it from this place. And I'm like, wait a minute. And then you realize, well, I'm actually completely already open. And so that's why you wouldn't want to go back into anything. And so sometimes you just got to see that, sometimes you got to see how open you are. And then when you can find out that, yes, you are already completely open, then maybe you stop doing your practice and just begin doing the things that are of the already open nature, of your foot. You don't have to go down here looking at it like, how do I prove this to myself? Come on, prove it to me. Come on, prove it to me. Come on, prove it to me. I mean, it's already open. You can let it be. Right now, in this moment, I told you I was finding greater realms of intricacy. But there, right there, when I shoved my foot forward, because I wasn't thinking about my entire foot moving as a unit, I hurt myself a little over here. So now, I get my whole foot moving as a unit. Relax again to see, okay, what did I do before? Did I do anything crazy? No. was watching the camera, doing things. Okay. Can I close my foot after it's already open forever, limitlessly? Probably not. Oh, that feels so good. Oh, opening the feet is just so nice. And again, just great subtlety. It looks like I'm doing something crazy here, but I'm actually, right now, for me, it feels like I'm pushing into a spot that has no pushing possible in it. So it's like there's nothing happening for me in some big way, but in another way, something's happening for me. So it's extreme subtle, you know. It's not maybe not pushing. It's like a pressing, grabbing, attentioning, an awareness, a pinching. Yeah. Either way, it's interesting when you get into the channel and the tucking and all these things. Maybe we just had to go through all those things so that we could bring you to this point of subtlety with us, because we had shown you where we were before, and then we had to bring you up. It's kind of an interesting thing when you haven't seen somebody in a while. That's why it's kind of nice for us to stay on point with each other, you know, as much as we can, you know, as updated as we can with these channels, because they're rising. And so it's good for us to come back into harmony with where we are together, you know. Oh, it's nice. Oh, it feels so good to finally be open all the way again without having to prove it. Oh, thank God. Because that was tough on me. But I get worried sometimes, you know. I'm like, oh, should I do something over here? Should I do something with this? What should I do here? You know, and so we check it out. And as we do, we come into greater realms of subtlety, come into greater realms of subtlety, come into greater realms of subtlety, and we relax more, relax more, relax more. We see that, okay, it's all good. It's not an emergency. Okay. And if it ever looks like that again, we do have a pattern in which we can go through more easily and be like, okay, let me check. Let me find out. Yep, everything got our checklist down. As we get better and better, we get a better checklist. You know, it's like, okay, we get quicker. Like, yep. Yep, yep. This is a beautiful path of acceptance, you know. Like me right now, I have to accept that I did those things in funny ways for a while, and now I'm going to move my whole foot together again, and the open manner in which a foot is open. And so that's good. And it makes me want to, like, take you away from the camera, but, you know, whatever. We might as well do this while we're doing it. We've come this far together. I have a pain in my side right now. I wonder what that has to do with maybe this funny angle I'm sitting in while I'm doing this. Could be. The camera comes on. I don't always plan to be here for this long, but that's okay. Because I don't have to be in this one spot. I can move around and be compassionate to myself. Just mention to you, oh, yeah, this is hurting this. But yeah, you see, this is much more open what I'm doing now. It seemed like we were really screwing ourselves with that other thing now that I'm looking at this. But I say that, but then, you know, this feels like way better than what I previously remember it possibly going through. So, you know, there's all kinds of different little realms of awareness. Like right here, I just came to a strange spot. When I was forced, I was trying to do something right there. Apparently, I wanted to go in a place I thought it was meant to go. And really, yeah, I do like to be able to move it wherever I wish to. So, no, it was good. And, there we go. That's nice. Super bomb. Oh my God. I don't really know what to explain here. I mean, I'm just allowing it to show me it's already open. Maybe that was the thing before when we began. It's like I lost that realm of subtlety, which is this feeling that feels everything just already as it is, and can just allow itself to feel itself. You know? And so that's kind of the thing with me is that now that I am open, I can just feel it's open and feel it like, oh, it feels so good. And maybe it not be necessary for me to be doing this in some way, whatever. I don't know. I mean, for me personally, it's necessary for this video, for just bringing myself to the peace of mind of knowing, oh wow, they really are good, and I can really trust them to be good, and I don't have to keep looking at them thinking like they're possibly gonna be not good one day or something. Like they're forever, eternally good. It's amazing. And so I don't have to try to fix them or train them from a place of seeing them to be imperfect or any of that stuff, because here they are, fully open, and the only thing that would stop me from seeing that would be to believe another story. And that's been the same case for myself and everything forever. We are all already fully enlightened, and we believe something else. And so that works with the foot, with the body, with anything we may do, any mastery of any skill, anything. That all works and transmits. Presence is important in the unity of all of yourself in that motion. But relaxation, come to subtlety. Be here now, right? Well, love you all so much. Thank you for everything. Aloha.